I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. The live stream is late because I hit live. I hit live and I didn't realize I didn't like go live in the website. So I was just streaming into the abyss for a while. Oopsie daisy. Oopsie daisy. But we're here now. And hey, not as much of a startup time as usual, so it ain't that bad, right? It ain't that bad, right? Let me get a link to the live stream. Let me get a link to the live stream. Hmm. Hmm. I think we're gonna work on getting some kind of animation done for this. For the UI, I mean. We're still doing dialogue stuff today. My boy, what's good, Benji? Didn't know you'd go live tonight. Yeah, I was streaming for like a while, and I wondered, no one's pulling up. And it turns out I did not hit. I hit the streaming button in OBS, but I didn't hit the streaming button on the website. So, oopsie daisy. Anyway, as you can see, we are able to chain multiple sequences together. Look at that! Isn't that wonderful? We are able to chain multiple sequences together. That's an amazing advancement. I can show off the way this is done. I just did it like this morning. Show it off. So what we do, I had to change things a little bit. And I'm not quite satisfied, but I don't know any other way to do it. And as long as I don't have to touch this code too often, I guess I'm fine with it. So we have in our dialog box and in the concept of like dialog data that we feed into this box, on dialog start and on dialog complete, we have two arrays of actions, which are like function pointers. That's kind of how I think of them. So we're able to like on demand, you know, have these functions execute. So that's amazing. And the way that this works in the data is, for example, I have this here, slink talk to self 0, that starts, and then on dialog complete is set so that it will execute dialog start and it feeds the data in slink talk to self 1, which is exactly what we want. And that's amazing. Also, let me know. You guys can let me know if the music is too loud, too quiet, whatever. Now, let's experience this dialogue a little bit. I do want to pick out a font for this game. So I'm going to be asking about that a lot to anyone who comes in here. What fonts may be suggested for this game? I have no idea. Right now, I think it just uses what is that, Arial? I'd be very interested in some suggested fonts. In fact, I know I can go up here. I already forgot what your game is about. It's Pikmin. This is a Pikmin clone. I mean, you'll see what it's about when I'm done with it. But all you need to know right now is that the game, it is within the scope of the game that we have an extensive dialogue system. Coolios, yep. 15 uncooked meat. I'm thinking we run a what? The only thing I know about Pikmin is it's in Smash Bros. Well, I do not fuck with Smash Bros. So I'm thinking right now about how we're gonna do this. Dialogue data should skip animation. False. Okay. Dialogue start. And then that. Now, dialogue update. What are we gonna do? What's a good enough animation? I mean, dialogue box, visibility, I can modulate this. I'm thinking I modulate. Hmm. Let's just do a little tiny thing. If I don't know if we want to return yet. I don't think we do. We're going to do dialog box node, and then we're going to go to modulation, modulate, modulate, and then A, of course. There's new color 0.5. We're gonna see what that looks like. Gonna see if this works. Okay. That's getting somewhere. I did put it on the wrong one though. Um, it did work. Now, I for one think the numbers are greatly under-exaggerated. That's exactly right. That's really... That's a good one. What's good, not bustly? We're working on dialogue animations right now. I am kind of in the mood to show off my programmer's prowess. Look at this. Look at this little system we got here. Ooh, look at that. A little function pointer, A little function pointer, an array of functions. I can call multiple of them. I can call main. I can call main. How do I start a sound? I forgot how to start a sound. Damn, look at the lambda function. Oh, we're getting a little fancy. How do I start a fucking sound in my game? What do I do? Play audio, okay. Why do you not work? What do you not work? The field initial. Okay, well, you know what? It doesn't work, so we'll fix that later. But anyway, this works for now. Little function pointer. What's good, Flip? I ain't seen you in a while. Just been hanging around learning stuff. Nice. I don't even know what a function is. I don't know if you're joking or not. A function is this. Okay, so this is data, and this is function. Functions are anything that operates on data, and the data is the data. There's two things. Of course, we're using the most retarded language in the world, so they want everything to be data. That's why they make you start with a class. But that's not how it actually is in your computer. This ain't how shit work in your computer. I'm just letting y'all know. This ain't how it work in your computer. That just completely distracted me from what I wanted to do. Anyway. If you should skip animation, how do I do this kind of recursively? I could use a go-to. How do you use a go-to again? I'm gonna look at Google C# go-to. Don't you dare use a go-to. I'm using a go-to. I could use a while loop. And then while loops are fine. I think a go-to is just fine. I think a go-to is just fine. But this is not the situation for it. It's less than... okay, whatever. Sure. Is that gonna work? I don't need sleep. I don't need a sleep. We're gonna see what that does. I think that, yeah, of course that didn't do what I wanted it to. Don't worry about it. Okay, we need to return. We do need to return. Which is correct. We need to return. Okay. So it's actually going to be on dialog start that we do this. So on dialog start. If dialog box should skip animation, 15 uncooked meat. That's a lot of meat. You're gonna have a lot more than that. They're small chunks. They're like I'm imagining they're like stew. They're like stew meats. That's how they are in my head. Now if dialog box equals, can I just let just do it for me, computer, do it for me. That is not correct. That's also not correct. Let's see what happens if we do this. I had 15 Totino's pizza rolls. That's still a lot of pizza rolls. Yeah. That is scary. I wonder why you are not... oh, I'm not returning. Why is... What mistake am I making? You should be... if it is less than or equal to 0. If it's less than 1. If it's less than 1. Okay. That's better. And then we can do this. So actually, it looks like our dialogue... looks like we don't need this. It seems. I thought we would, but now, if we pretty much copy the same thing and we do dialog box, speaker name label, and we repeat basically the same code. That's why I just, hold on, let me read this. I got my tile rules working now, so I have to have a script world generator. Nice. Good work. Making a randomly generated world. I can show off an image, if you don't mind, what he's been working on, which is very nice. 16th of November. I need everyone to remember. 16th of November. This is supposed to be done. It will be done by the 16th. Okay? You have a deadline. That is 11 more than I usually remember. You're funny. Now let's see how this looks. How do y'all think that looks? Let me get some opinions. Let me get some opinions from you ice dwellers. What is supposed to be done by the 16th? You need to. I want a somewhat complete randomly generated world by the 16th. Whatever that means is dependent upon you. Does that just mean the actual like algorithm is done? I don't know. Does that mean you can generate a 2D image? I don't know. How does what look? We're working on an animation for the UI when it starts. So we have the first text box. I think a sound would work well. You guys think a sound would work well? Factorial randomly generated world with materials. Yeah. I want to see some kind of progress, some kind of completion done by the 16th. I think the profile image should also fade in. If that's the case, I'll make this quick. I'll make this quicker. I'm surprised that this is like so easy to do, honestly. Dialog box. Texture. Ah, the wonders. The wonders of technology. Speed that up. Feels like it didn't cause the text take so long. Yeah. One thing I'm thinking. Texture rect. Hello? What's good on youtube.com? XY costs? XY costs? Look at them go. Hey, I would like for everybody to welcome our newest moderator. Woo! Woo! Look at him go! Look at him go! Isn't that wonderful? Wow. Wowie. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that... It makes me so happy. It makes me so happy. Now, what I'm thinking now is... Now, you might be thinking, this does not exist yet. What are you doing? What are you doing, Chip James? What are you doing? You're writing variables for things that don't exist yet? What are you doing, Chip James? Don't worry. I have a plan. I have a plan. Public panel. Because you have to fucking prepend everything with public in this game engine. I'm not going to call this portrait cover panel. Wonderful, wonderful. Now that's gone. Now we need to initialize it. Where do we initialize our box? There it is. Portrait texture. We're going to do... And the panel is what child? 0, 1, 2. How'd it know? How'd it know? It was that he was calling functions he hadn't written yet. Call me Chip James. What can I say? Call me Chip James. Mine is more traditional, using ASCII graphics. Balatro? Fuck Balatro. Fuck card games. We don't be playing card games. Fuck card mechanics. I know that part. I was confused about the mod. I also always write variables for a thing that doesn't exist yet. Yeah. Call me Chip James. Call me... It was... Isn't it a pleasure? Isn't it a pleasure to have a brand new moderator? Wow. I know that you're gonna keep this community safe, aren't you? You're gonna keep the bad guys out. Yes, sir. Yes, you are. Anyway. Then, after we do that... We're just gonna do a whole bunch of modulation. TGCs are great. What is it? TGC. TGC. Rating card game. I know black people love Yu-Gi-Oh! I have a group of 6 to 8 black people that I convene with on a nightly basis, and sometimes they be power scaling. Just yesterday, as a matter of fact, they were power scaling My Hero and Chainsaw Man. They love power scaling. But another thing that my black people love is Yu-Gi-Oh! They love Yu-Gi-Oh! And they love gacha games. They love gacha games. What a wonderful, cozy, what a wonderful, cozy uh, BBC environment that we found ourselves in, isn't it? What a wonderful place. Wow. And for anyone who's curious, because this is internet slang, BBC does stand for Big Beautiful Companion. Big Beautiful Compatriot. That was too much. Power scaling is the dumbest shit ever? Hell nah. Hell nah. I love, I love. Okay, how do I put this? Nah, there's no good way to put it. It's just facts. It's good. It's really good. It's good for the soul. It's good for the soul. Power scaling is kind of stupid. The issue is you cannot equate verses through dimensionality law. Try explaining that to a fucking 5th grader. Try explaining that to a 5th grader that just watched fucking Tung Tung Sahur versus Tung Tung Sahur versus Skibbity Biden. You think a 5th grader is gonna believe your ass? If you say that shit to a 5th grader, they're gonna fucking blast you. If you say that shit to a 5th grader, you're CIA. You're CIA and they're gonna blast you away. Now, if a 5th grader is gonna blast you away for saying that, imagine what a group of 6 to 8 powerful black men could do. Oh, that's too much. That's too much, ain't it? Ooh. Ooh, that's too much, ain't it? Hmm. Hey, don't worry. I know. I need this to be happening like at the same time, pretty much. What is Netrunner? I'm not gonna lie, this looks badass. Can I request a song? You can request a song. The card game based on Cyberpunk, it looks pretty nice. I'm not even gonna lie, it looks cool. I like that art. I be taking song requests. A quick one before the eternal worm devours Connecticut. Okay. Is this gonna get me sued? I don't even give a fuck if this gets me sued. I'm not gonna lie now, Busley, this shit gonna get me sued. Am I gonna get banned from Twitch.com for playing copyrighted music? Am I gonna get sued? I hope I don't get sued. I love money. We don't have to listen to it. You know what? I'll give you something else. I'll give you something else. Don't worry. Yeah. Wonderful. Wonderful vibration. Ooh, you already know. I feel like it's going too swiftly. I feel like we need like a wait, but I'm not gonna literally put like a sleep in the code, so I'm thinking. Do tweens work? I don't know what the fuck a tween is, and I don't know if I'm interested. Hold on. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. I need to pause this OST real quick. It'll come back. Is Flip not a moderator? Oh, hell no! Everyone, drop everything you're doing and welcome our newest moderator. Wow. This is a moment to be celebrated. Look at him go. Our newest moderator. It is truly beautiful. Anyway, back to the OSTs. Now. Is this Undertale OSTs? I don't want to listen to Undertale OSTs. Give me my other OSTs back. There we go. I mean, these are the classics. These are some nice OSTs. Anyway. Somebody joined. There was a Saba cell has entered the chord. Facts. Joey Chimney, come through. I sound like such a fucking idiot. Anyway, let's see if this worked. The Nier OST is really good. I don't know anything about that game. Is it broken? Why is it broken? No, that's just gonna take a long fucking time. Okay. Okay, my bad. I miscalculated. Nick Cage could steal a whole car in that time? Yeah. I thought it would be like 60, you know. I thought it would be, I put 60 because I thought, yeah, that's a full second. Y'all think this looks alright? Could you make the name and portrait fade in at the same time? I could. Yeah. It would be like this, right? That kind of just makes everything happen at the same time. I feel like that's less appealing, though. I don't know if I like that. I think I prefer it this way. You know what might be good is... Let's see how that looks. How y'all feeling about that? I think that looks quite nice. These happen roughly at the same time. So the name fades in at the same time, and... I find this quite palatable. While the text writes out. Yeah, I'm thinking about how to do that. I'm not really sure yet. I'm really not sure. Ding, 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 ding. I quite like Gelato Beach. That's the OST that's playing right now. Tweens would make it easier? Yeah, well, there's no fucking tween data type. I'm not fully convinced a tween would be easier. As much as is reasonable for my skill level, I try not to offload things to the engine. Which my understanding is the engine would still, like, what I'm pretty much doing right now is a tween. Right? Under the hood, if I used a tween, it would be the same as this. So, I mean, what difference does it make? The goal after this game, the goal is to begin a game in raylib. Which will be hard, but doable. That is still so loud, no matter how much I quiet it down. It never seems to get much quieter. To have an audio stream player and a wild text over and over seems pretty straightforward. Yes. Hmm. So what, would it be a constantly playing sound that I either make silent or make play a file? I don't know. I'm thinking, because I do already have a sound system, but the sound system I have right now only plays 3D sounds. You could change the pitch every loop through to give it like yeah. But I'm thinking about how I'm actually gonna play the sounds because Godot wants you to, you know, you have like a node, right? Oh. They want you to use a node. And I'm not fully convinced I want to use a node. Or at least not a node that's embedded in the dialog box itself, is what I mean. I think, because eventually I'm going to have to make a UI sound system to go with my 3D sound system. And for that one I would like to... I'm thinking about, could I just use that and parameterize a few things? I'm not entirely sure. This seems like a place you'd use the UI sounds, yeah. And I haven't made them yet. Maybe now is a good time to make those. I'm thinking for a little bit. I'm thinking. Hey ya hoya, hey ya hoya, hey ya hoya. Alright. First things first, actually. Yep. Go through all of them. Go through all of them. Preferably in order. Let's see if that makes it a little cleaner. Just skip through. That makes it a little cleaner to skip through them. Alright, I think that's nice. Ding 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 ding. Also, there was one time I like bugged out. Not bugged, I mean, I don't know, it's a fucking teleport. And I like got inside the walls of one of these, and I found it very neat looking. Look at that. It was here. I think I'd like an area in the game that's kind of like this. That's very, very cramped. Anyway. Is the UI really done? Obviously later on I'm gonna have to include stuff like selecting options, and I don't even know how I'm gonna do that yet. I really have no idea how I'm gonna do that. Who knows? Selecting options in dialogue, yeah. I have to think about that more. The idea I have is that in the dialogue data, I can include a parameter for option selections, an array of action, like an array of actions, which, and then, you know, you select the option, and then, you know, the 0th index in the array is option 1, you know, very simple. The limitation of that would be that selecting an option by itself cannot do anything other than call one function, but it would let you just go to another dialog box that would then be able to call its own set of functions on start or on complete. So I think that works. I think that would work okay. That's my conception. Although the actual UI elements of, like, there's text here, but that says yes and no, or it says arbitrary things, and maybe there's an arbitrary another number of selections. I have no idea. No idea how to do that. So we'll have to figure that out. Oh, but that's worth it. That's worth thinking about, right? I think so. What does this game need now? Made a light pop-ups maker that lets you make decisions and returns the result. I mean, you could show me. I might be interested. I might not be. It depends on how you did it. If it's like an add-on, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of add-ons or like GDScript or... I've never met anybody that uses Godot the same way I use it. And to be completely honest, I'm not that interested in, like, I don't know how you do things. I'm not that interested in the way that other people do things. Like, if I just open Godot right now. A project. Hold on, let me open a folder. My Godot. Like, let's just look at something. Let's have a little fun. On the asset library, let's look at a template. Let's see what other people have made. Immersive sim controller. That looks interesting. Let's check it out. Sure. Let's see. Let's see what happens, right? See how it works. Mine isn't a pop-up, just a scene. Uh-huh. I'd be interested to see it. You know, there's a Discord link. You can go in there, post screenshots and stuff. I'd be interested. It's not an add-on, it's a scene. I know, yeah, okay. It's like, I don't want to be dismissive, but I also don't want to, like, you know, just say, oh yeah, great, man, I'm gonna use this, because there's a decent chance I might not. Yeah. Does this, like, record the distance? That's neat. Hold. Door. Open. Key door. Can I get the key? Nice. Very nice. What's the keypad code? It's 1, 2, 3. This hand is a little... I'm not a big fan of this hand. I mean, lots of stuff going on down here. But anyway, the thing I don't like, look at all this. I do not like this. I do not like this. I don't like these scripts. The player has a script. Look at how much stuff is in it. I just, the way most people do things I do not understand or enjoy. And I don't actually blame people because Godot just kind of forces you to do it that way. I do not have permission. Yeah, that's because I did not make you a moderator yet. Don't worry. You're now a moderator. I've been a little schizophrenic about like Discord stuff for like I'd say a couple weeks. Someone went in there and posted bad stuff, so what did we work on? I feel like I made more progress today than I wanted to. I needed this to take longer. That delay's a little long. Maybe we should go font hunting. That sound fun? Why don't we go font hunting? Let's make assets folder name fonts. Alright. Let's go font hunting, guys. Let me go in Godot. I posted it. Let me see. Where'd you put it? I don't know why you put it there, but I got you. I'm just making fun. I don't actually care. And come on, project. I have a bunch of fonts we can have fun with. Oops. Fonts. Just no. How do you put a font on something? Save as. Text. Theme. I don't know. Alt font. Load. Load. Give me that quick load. Give me the quick load. How's it going? It was good. Press start 2P classic Google font. You wanna try that one out? Try it out. Assets. Fonts. And grape soda. This one's a little small. How do I turn off font aliasing? There has to be a way. None. None. Why does it still look like that? It still looks aliased to me. Oh no, someone with a green sword? What does the green sword mean? Why is Flip not green? Even though I made him a moderator, but he's not green. Anyway, who cares? Who cares? Means they're a mod. You're a moderator too. Why don't you have it? Ah, I'm not a mod. You are. It's right. It says right here. I can't ban you. You're lying. How do I make this better? You're still aliasing. I can see you aliasing. Alabama John said he wants to talk to you right now. I don't know who that is. Alabama John. Let me look that up. How do I make this? Hold on, give me just a second. Hold on. Hold the phone, everyone. Everyone hold the phone. I need to make this man a moderator. I'll figure it out. Does Rumble even have moderators? Alabama John. I wonder who that is. Anyway. Yes, he is a fucking moderator. Flip is a moderator. I have not deprived this man of anything. He has all of his rights. You ain't getting double food stamps, boy. You ain't getting double food stamps. Hey, y'all want to see some tech? Check it out. He can't ban you because you're a moderator. It's impossible. Yup. Yup. This is some tech you can do. I'll call it wall rad. I call this Scoot Devin. I call it Scoot Devin. I'm Scoot Devin. It's peaceful. Oh no. Oh yeah, I forgot. I was testing these fucking fonts before I got distracted. That is not very clear of a font. That is not a very clear font at low resolutions. Is the editor anti-aliased? How do I editor? No font anti-aliasing. It's still anti-aliasing the fucking font. .3D. How do I make this? Try disabling hinting? Is hinting the thing? Hinting? What is font hinting? Did that work? That didn't do anything. Let me see what that is. What is font hinting? Let me look this up. Hmm. That changed it, but it didn't help. Oh, okay. What is this? That seemed to really help. Oh my god. I feel like we're beginning to suffer font multi-channel signed distance field. Is that a project setting? Oh no, it says right there. Let's see what that looks like. Placeholder, okay. That looks much better. That looks much better. I quite like this font, but it's not displaying quite right in the game, which is a shame. Let's just see what happens with this one. On okay. This is a decent contender so far. What is this one? I wonder what changing these sizes would do. This one looks alright so far. I wonder what happens if we window, if we do 640 by 480. That makes it very small. That makes it very small. That's a shame. We're gonna have to fix that later, but for now, oh well. What is this? This looks a little crazy. This one looks a little crazy. They get blurred. I wish it would just... enable everything. I don't even really like the look of this font. It's too schizo. This grape soda one I quite like. I find it appealing. Mm. Hmm. Since we're on a font quest, I might end the stream here just so I can, you know, I'll be browsing the internet. So I think I'm gonna end the stream here, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. It's a bit of a short stream today, but you know what? Yesterday's was long, so I don't feel bad. Have fun? Yeah, we're gonna have fun. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm sorry this one was late. I swear, I thought I was streaming. I just didn't press the stream button. So I'm sorry this one was late, but tomorrow's will be on time. So, yeah. Thank you to everybody who came by. And goodbye!